Hello there, welcome to another episode of the Allotment Dram. This is a series of short videos where we sit and talk about different whiskies in the surroundings of our North London allotment, and you join me here today, really cold, chilly December afternoon. We definitely need some whiskey today to warm us up. And what is the Allotment Dram today, I hear you ask? Well, we've had this sort of run of new products. So this is a new whiskey that's come out maybe 4-5 weeks ago, something like that, and it's the Caisteal Chamus from a company called Mossburn Distillers. So I'll tell you a little bit more about them in a minute. But what is this? You'll see here it has the sort of Gaelic version of that on there. So one of my slight bugbears that people put these sort of Gaelic names. I know there's heritage to it, but they give you no indication of how to actually say it properly. But the anglicised version is Caisteal Chamus, so we'll go with that for these purposes. And what is this? Well, this is a blended malt. And what is a blended malt? Some of you might be asking. Well, a blended malt is a collection of single malts from different places that are then married together, blended together to create a final product. So in a similar way that you have a traditional blend with single malts and single grains, with the blended malt it's just single malts all from different places put together. So this has been is a set of single malts collected from different Hebridean islands. The brand has a base on Skye, so there's almost certainly going to be something from Skye there. There's certainly going to be something from Islay in there, possibly Malt and Jura, and a couple, places like that as well should be in there. But Mossburn Distillers, they are a independent bottler. They're whiskey maker. They're also whiskey distillers. They've opened the Torraveg distillery on the Isle of Skye. It was the first distillery on that island, the Isle of Skye, for a good 150 years. Talisker had it all its own way for all that time, and then they built this and started production in 2017, Torraveg. So this actually has a link to it because Caisteal Chamus is an old 13th century castle. It's just ruins now on the Isle of Skye, but that was actually built in turn on an old Iron Age fort which was called Dun Torraveg. So this relates to the distillery name, and it's quite a nice link there. So I guess we're going to be expecting some pretty big smokiness here. Obviously those Western Isles, the Hebridean Islands, are known for their smoky whiskies, particularly Skye, particularly Islay. So it's 46%. Can't remember the price off the top of my head, but it's about 45-ish, let's say. And also all of the whiskies included in this, of course, different ages. There's no age statement on here, but a mix of different ages from what they say, but also 100% matured in the old bourbon casks. So no sherry cask, no other type of cask, just bourbon cask. So normally that works pretty well with these sort of peaty whiskies. So I think it's probably time that we have a little taste of this, the Caisteal Chamus. So let's go. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, it's good sound, that one. Oh, immediately actually the smoky peatiness is like filling the air, even just opening the bottle. I haven't even poured it yet. So let's pop that down a second. Always pop the lid back on, of course. So let's see what we've got here. Very pale colour, if you see that. It's like a sort of pale lemon yellow. And wow, yeah, this is peaty. There's some pretty youthful peat in there as well. Sort of earthy, damp soil, damp moss, acrid, medicinal, some people say, that sort of surgical bandage, iodine. There's also a whiff of like ozone. It's sort of salty, briny, a bit like seaweed. As the tide goes out, the seaweed starts drying. It's got that sort of note, a bit pepperiness as well. A bit of sweetness under there. You know, it's not just all. Initially, it was all like peat smoke in your face or in your nose, but now there's some sort of quite prominent sweetness coming through. It takes a bit of time to kind of fight its way through the smokiness. But let's have a taste. Wow, that's pretty punchy. 46%. So not aggressively high on the strength. It's non-chill filtered, natural colour and everything. But as you would expect from such a product and such a company. But yeah, wow. I mean, there's a lot. Quite drying, ashy, earthy sort of smoke to start with. It's got this really spicy, like peppery, sort of red chilies in there as well. Yeah, some real punch and heat going on. And then as it kind of settles, you get this sort of burnt, toasted cereal note, and then this sort of salty, briny, seaweedy sort of thing that we were talking about on the nose. And then really now, maybe like a minute or so after I've swallowed the whiskey, the sweetness is coming to the fore. It's a slight sort of lemony, zesty quality, but then you've got some honey. There's quite a lot of vanilla actually, and also something like, I'm trying to pinpoint it, but it's a bit like white chocolate, maybe with like a pinch of like cocoa powder or something like that. Let's have another taste. This is a proper sip and savour one, because it's just so powerful. If you or someone you're looking for something different, for someone that likes, maybe for a Christmas present, that likes something very smoky, or yourself, you might fit in that category. This could be well worth a try, because it really packs this peppery, smoky, earthy, peaty punch. But then there's some other layers going on, this sweetness. So now I'm getting actually a bit of like green apple. Just adds to the sort of vibrancy and the freshness of everything. Again, with that little twist of like lemon zest. So yeah, very, very interesting. Not really had too much to do or tasted much from Mossburn Distillers. Tried one of the Tar of Eggs, the very early sort of releases. They've only released a handful of bottlings to date, but I was lucky enough to try a little sample of the one of their single malt releases, and very, very promising. So as is this, this just sort of absolutely delicious, and particularly worth a try if you do love this peaty, smoky sort of island sort of style. But yeah, what a nice discovery, and it's definitely good for warming me up on a day like today. So I think without further ado, I'll probably let you get on with whatever you were doing before you discovered this video. And from myself and the Caisteal Chamus, then we will bid you farewell and see you for the next Allotment Dram very soon, we hope. Cheers.